Afternoon. Today we are going to discuss about the dragline mining, dragline method of mining. By using dragline, what work you can do in the mines. So we have seen that drilling, blasting, loading, hauling, transportation. These are the various unit operations to be carried out in open cast mines. But if you are using the drag line, then the drag line itself can do loading, hauling, and transporting. Three jobs can be done. Three jobs can be done by the drag line: loading, hauling, transporting. Loading, hauling, transporting can be carried out by a single machine, which is called a drag line. So how this drag line works? Drag line working. So this is the coal black. This is the coal deposit. This is the coal over the coal deposit is the pin. So this drag line is sitting on the top of the overburden bench and removing this overburden and dumping. This is the waste dump area. This is the waste dump area. From coal is already mined. Okay. So and here the coal bench, this which is taken by the shovel and dumper. So this is called a dragline working. So if you are using dragline mining, then reclamation is also done simultaneously. This side, the land is reclaimed, and advance to this bench, your drilling and blasting operation is carried out. After that, dragline is removing the. So this is so. What is a dragline? A dragline. How it works. So draglines are deployed wherever there is side casting above the coal seam into the decoaled area. Wherever there is facility to side cast the overburden into the decoaled area, there you can use the drag line. So this dragline machine is very cost effective technology, cost effective technology compared to the shovel dump. So there are two drag lines working at quality RG3 with bucket size of the bucket two drag lines are working in RGOC1 and RGOC3 mines in Singleni collieries. So both these drag lines are performing very well. Their performance is very well. A dragline bucket system consists of a large, large bucket is attached to the track which is suspended from a boom with wire ropes. So the bucket is maneuvered by means of a number of ropes, and so that is the operation of the. So how the operation carried out by using a drag line, operation of drag line. In a typical cycle above the material to be excavated. So the dragline has to sit on the top of the bench which is to be excavated. The bucket is then lowered and the drag rope is then drawn so that the bucket is dragged along the surface of the material. The bucket is then lifted by using the hoist rope. By using the hoist rope, the bucket is lifted. A swing operator is then performed to move the bucket to the place where the material is to be dumped. The drag rope is then released, causing the bucket to tilt and empty. This is called a dumping operation. So it is an independent machine, unlike a shovel. So your dragline is a independent machine. It can do 3 operations at a time: loading, transporting. Okay, can be done by the dragline itself. Therefore, it is independent machine. But in the case of a shovel to be loaded, it can give the dragline works on the immediate above. The overburden is handled by dragline, whereas the coal deposit is taken by shovel and dumper combination. Hence, adequate capacity of shovel and dumper capacity should be provided to prevent idling of the dragline. So the dragline is also has a long boom of the dragline is with a bucket capacity ranging from 15 to 50 cubic meters. It can swing in 360 degrees after dragging the loose material below its level. It swings normally between 90 to 120 degrees and sidecasts the material into the deck. The nomenclature of the dragline usually called as 24 by 99, which means 24 cubic meter of a bucket capacity, and 99 or 96 meter is the boom length of the dragline, which is called 24 by 90 dragline. The same dragline can have about 30 cubic meter of a bucket capacity, and if the boom length of 71 meter normally. If the dragline bucket capacity is 32 cubic meter, the boom length will be 70. The dragline electrical driven with 6.6 kilovolt power with two main motors of 1750 horsepower each. These motors drive the generators and the generators drive the DC motor. Normally, there are 7 different races resting and swinging. So this the dragline bucket. This box and this tab. These are the cutting pits. Okay, so these are shorter length leads to full times, fill time. Okay, this is the box. This is the shape of it by the help of which the material is lifted. Okay, so this is the line diagram of the drag line. This is the bucket. This one is the bucket. This is the hoist roof. This is the rigging, and this is the drag roof. There are two roofs are there. The other one is the hoist roof, and this is the boom. This structure is the boom, and here the operator sits. Operator scale and machinery house and revolving frame is here. This is the suspension roofs are there. This is the boom. So this is the rail diagram, line diagram of a drag line. Here also, this is the drag line sitting on the top of the bench. Sitting on the top of the bench, and this is the bucket. So highest coupler is here, dragline bucket is here, then drag coupler is here, and drag rope is here. So that with the help of this bucket, you drag this material. You can drag this material. So this is that is why it is called a dragline mesh. These are the highest routes. Where the dragline can be used. Application of dragline. If the gradient is flatter than 1 in 6, if gradient is more, the dumped overburden will slide towards the coal. And particularly in rainy season, the extraction of coal becomes dangerous. That is why gradients flatter than 1 in 6 is suitable for dragline. Seams should be free of geological faults and other geological disturbances. There should not be any geological disturbances and geological faults in the coal seam itself. Deposits with larger triangle more than 2 kilometers show that frequent shifting of the drag line from one end to another can be reduced. Present cost of the drag line is about 100 crore. The machine cost is 100 crores and the life of the drag line is 1.5 lakh hours. Hence, the property should be large enough, ensuring the life of about 25 years or more. The life of the mine should be more than 25 years. Then only you can purchase a drag line costing 100 crores, which will work 1.5 lakh hours. A hilly property is not suitable for dragline mining. Properties should have at least 15 years of life. Minimum 15 years of life should be there in the mine. So that is we have discussed about dragline mining. Then what is in-pit crossing and conveying? In-pit crossing and conveying. In the case of in-pit crossing and transportation is done by the conveyor machine, conveyor transportation system. In the pit itself, the material will be crossed. After that, it will be loaded to the conveyor. That process is called in-pit crossing and conveying. So we have seen that the various mining processes, drilling, blasting, loading, hulling, transport, these are the 5 unit operations carried out in the mine. But if you are using the in-pit crossing and conveying, then and transportation can be carried out by this in-pit crossing and conveying system. Conveyor is used for transportation, and in the pit itself, the material is crossed and loaded to the conveyor. So, what is in-pit cross or conveyor technology? The drilled and blasted overburden is loaded by shovels. The drilled and blasted overburden is loaded by shovels and transported by dumpers to the crushers. The crushed overburden is then transported by a series of conveyors into a spreader for dumping. It can be used in steep seams where laying of transport routes for the trucks is difficult. While stripping ratio indicates volumes, cut-off ratio indicates depth and reflects in dumper haulage cost, which increase with depth become prohibitive wherein alternative haulage system may have to thought of. So in that case, you can go for in-pit crossing and conveyor technology. Ideally, it is suitable where material has to be transported over a longer distance and high lift. Then only this method can be used. Your in-pit cross or conveyor technology, haulage costs have been an area that have risen significantly with the increase of the diesel prices. If you are using the dumpers, the diesel price is very high. Therefore, the cost of transportation is very high. But if you are using the conveyors, so the transportation cost will be less because conveyors can be run by electric. One alternative to reduce haulage cost is to shorten the drive point into the pit using an in-pit movable crusher or crushers, and conveying the overburden out of the pit can reduce the hauling cost. So gradient is steep, when the gradient is too steep, dumping the material
Material,
uh,
material.
as the dump overburden slides onto the coal face. In such cases, in-pit crossing is that is have to prefer the in-pit. The flow of material utilizing an in-pit movable crusher and conveyor system starts with overburden material being dumped into crushers by dumpers. The material is crossed and fed onto horizontal transport belts within the pit or directly onto a measure of slope belts, taking the material out of the pit. There may be one or more belts depending on the pit geometry and depth. The conveyed material is dumped as per the requirement and the dump design by using the spreaders. So the in-pit crusher conveyor technology can be used in steep seams where laying a transport route for the truck is difficult, ideally suited for large capacity projects, ideally suitable where material has to be transported over a large distance with huge lift, requires huge capital cost. The transport cost will be much less than compared to the shovel dumper combination. It requires heavy equipment like crossers, conveyor distribution point, and spreaders. That is called your in-pit crosser conveyor technology. So this is the technology used in Ramagundam Open Cast Project 2 with in-pit crossing and conveying technology. Here you see, this is the mine. This is the mine. Okay, depth and gradients makes dumper haulage prohibitive. If the depth of the mine is very high, then dumpers cannot move in the mine due to high operating cost. The alternate choice is in-pit crossing and conveying, where material has to be transported over a large distance and the and blasted overburden is loaded by shovels and transported by dumpers to the crushers. The crushed overburden is then transported by a series of conveyors into a spreader for dumping. So uh, this is the crossing point. Here the material is crossed, and after that they are loaded to the conveyors, and the conveyors will carry the material. So that is called in-pit crossing and conveying system, which is followed in Ramagundam Open Cast Project 2. So what are the salient features of uh, RGOC2 project? There are 10 number of seams are there to be worked is 10. Gradient is 1 in 3.6 to 1 in 4. Depth plant is 400-meter depth of open cast mining. Capacity of the project is 4 million ton. Technology adopted is shovel dumper combination with in-pit crossing and conveying technology. Life of the project is 27 years. Stripping ratio is 7.73 cubic meter per ton of material mined. Grade of the coal is D. Output per man shift OMS is 6.88 plant. Cost of production is rupees 1606.94 per ton of material mined. Total capital outlay of the project is estimated at 896.32. Okay. Uh, slope stability is a vital aspect in this project. As final high walls will have a height of up to 400 meters, which need to be planned as steep for better economics. The 120-meter high dome with crossed overburden will pose different problems in terms of stability, which need a comprehensive study on the design, maintenance, monitoring, and stabilization altogether. So this is the in-pit crusher conveyor technology used in Ramagundam mines. Okay. So this in-pit crossing and conveying technology is depicted here again in these diagrams. So the Ramagunda Vapankast project 2 mine with in-pit technology, compacted floor sloped 2 to 3 degrees towards two of the upper deck, direct the water to the drain to avoid seepage into the dump. Better we provide. This is the inputted crossing technology layout design. The spreader. This is the which spreads the material. Spreader can rotate with an angle of 120 degrees. In Singareni Colliery Company Limited, the in-pit crossing and conveying system was in RG upon cast project 2, Ramagundam. The capacity of each crosser conveyor system is 1200 cubic meter per. There are three such systems in addition to coal conveying system in RG upon cast project 2. So then continuous minor technology, another bucket wheel excavators. We have seen another technology which is called a bucket wheel excavator. So presently being used in Navali Lignite Corporation for lignite mining. Lignite among cast mines having soft strata, you can use the bucket wheel excavators. The bucket wheel excavates the material without blasting, which is transported by a series of belt conveyors to the spreader. So this is the belt. This is the bucket wheel excavator. These are the wheels attached to. These are the buckets attached to the wheel. The bucket wheel excavator looks like this. So where the bucket wheel excavator can be used, this machine is suitable for excavating soft and non-sticky material in large quantities. Lignite deposits usually associated with sharp overburden. Most lignite mines in world use these bucket wheel excavator for both overburden and lignite. As is the case, these lignite mines are Navali Lignite Corporation of India. Semi-hard material also be made suitable for bucket wheel excavators by small blastings. So the bucket wheel excavator is a continuous excavating machine and capable of removing overburden up to 1200 cubic meter per hour. Very high amount of overburden can be removed if you are using the bucket wheel excavator per hour. The excavation component of bucket wheel excavator is a large rotating wheel is there mounted on an arm or boom. On the outer edge of the wheel is a series of scoops or buckets are there. As the wheel turns, the bucket removes the soil. As the wheel turns, the bucket removes overburden coal from the target areas and carries it around to be the backside of the wheel, where it falls onto a conveyor which carries the material to the identified destination. Bucket wheel excavator are generally worked in combination with crusher and conveying system. So this is the bucket wheel excavator working in Navali Lignite Corporation. Bucket wheel excavator. Bucket wheel excavator. How it works? This is the wheel. This is the wheel. These are the buckets. These are the buckets attached to the wheel. So as the wheel rotates, the buckets cut the material. And this is the very big machine, which is called a bucket wheel excavator. So this is the overview of bucket wheel excavator 3D view. And this is the method of mining. So these are the bucket wheel excavators working in different benches: top bench, middle bench, bottom bench, ignites. Overburden you have to remove and dump, which will be used for stacking, which is used for spoil heaps, which is used for reclamation purpose. So here, this is the lignite bins which you have to take for useful uh, application. So the opencast continuous mining system using bucket wheel excavators and spreaders are there. These are the spreaders and conveyors, and this is the mining advancing side, and this is the refilling side. This is material refill. Okay, so usually the capacity of the bucket wheel excavator is designated as 1400 liter breeze type bucket wheel excavator. Rated production is 2250 cubic meter per hour. Outreach from bucket wheel boom to discharge boom is 130 plus or minus 12 meters. Maximum high cut height is 30 meters. Service weight is 3,193 tons. This is a very big machine. So this is the machine 1400 liter bucket wheel excavator. In this case, rated production is this, outreach is this, maximum high cut height is 26, service weight is 2170 tons. This is 700 liter small capacity bucket wheel excavator. Rated production is 1100 cubic meter per hour. Outreach is 63.8 meters, and maximum height it can take is 18 meters. And service weight is 1450, small size machine. Then another machine is there, 11,000 tons per hour spreader. This is the spreader. Material is sprayed for reclamation purpose. Theoretical design capacity is 11,000 tons per hour. Outreach is 135 meters. Working gradient is 1 in 20. Service weight is 1450 tons. So this is the operation. Breeze type 1400 liter bucket wheel excavator in operation. This is the material cut by this bucket wheel excavator. This is the spreader, dumping operation, spreader. This is the face looking like a bench. 700 liter bucket wheel excavator operation in lignite bench. This is the lignite bench. So excavation with local deep pressure actually in the mines in lignite mining. So there is a Tasian aquifer, water body there. So that water is to be removed by pumping, by depressurization, so that the mine will be not with water. So you have to carry out the groundwater pumping from the mine, so that the mine will remain dry for bucket wheel excavator to operate. So this is the excavation with local depressurization. So there is another machine which is just continuous surface miner, where there will be no drilling, no blasting. If you are using the surface miner, there will be no drilling and blasting. So, this is surface miner, no drilling, no blast. So, surface miner technology, Ridgen surface miner looks like this. So, what is surface miner technology? It is used for selective mining. Surface miner technology can be used for selective mining. Larger strike length of about 600 meter to 10,000 meter, and widths of around 300 meters are ideally suitable for surface miner. Does not need drilling and blasting. The machine cuts the coal and loads into trucks for onward transportation to the surface. So this is the surface miner. This is the surface miner schematic diagram. This is the schematic diagram of the surface miner. So this is the mine where surface miner is used. So what is surface miner? Surface miner is a continuously operating mobile open cast machine. It cuts consolidated soils and semi-solid rocks without drilling and blasting. The cut material is pre-crossed and suitable for belt conveying, loading, transporting, and transfer to downstream means of transportation. So the operation of surface miner, it operates according to the rough cutting technology, and the cutting drum is provided with point attack picks, which place during the continuous advance of the machine and crawler track assemblies. This is cutting drum. These are the cutting tools at the surface miner which cuts the material. Cutting tool. These are the cutting tools. These are the cutting tools attached to the surface miner which cuts the material. So this is the cutting tool. This is the cutting tool. So the cutting tool is the tool which this cutting tool spiral type of cutting tool. Cutting prove more effective than drilling and blasting because you get graded material. The size of material, fragmented material you are going to get. So these are the tips. The material is cut. And a modern surface miner here is how it works. The surface miner work. Here the surface miner cuts the material, then then dump to this conveyor. Through this conveyor, it is moving. So this is the working direction of this surface and technical highlight and clever design with central cutting. So that is why this machine is very high productive. So what is the working principle of this surface miner? Is crawler mounted machine having a cutting drum located between two sets and positioned at the surface layer and raised by hydraulic system with powerful hydraulic motors. The material cut is loaded onto the primary and secondary discharge for loading the cell onto the loading transporting equipment. The rear crawler travel at lower and the front crawler to adjust the required depth. So, what is the reason for deployment of surface miner in Singareni Rich Company Limited? Because it improves the quality of selective mining of coal. It is very eco-friendly mining method. Improved coal recovery, especially in areas sensitive to blasting. Less coal loss and dilution is there in case of surface miner. Primary crossing fragmentation of coal is better. Less stress and strain on trucks due to minimum impact of the excavated material. Since the cutting depth can be set with great accuracy, thin seams can also be mined selectively with high purity. Reduced capacity requirements for coal washing preparation plants. So this is a machine, surface miner machine, which works in a mine. This is the machine. This is the machine which works in a mine. So application and advantage of surface miner presently being used in KOCP2 for selective mining can work safely on a gradient of 1 in presently being worked in KOCP2 in gradients of 1 in 4. Annual productivity of the model is 2000 SM. Surface miner is around 2 million ton per annum. However, high capacity of surface miner are also available. Larger strike length of 600 meter to 1000 meter and widths of around 300 meter are ideally suited for surface miners. Does not need drilling and blasting, can cross coal up to 100 millimeter size. Cutting size can be varied by selection of equipment, field, etc. Two methods of coal removal are available: windrowing method and loading the crushed coal by front-end loader onto trucks and dispatch of the cut material by gathering arms onto a belt conveyor and then to a waiting truck. At KOCP2, grade improved from F to U by this technology. So major advantages of surface miner technology: direct excavation of hard material without need for drilling and blasting, high productivity is obtained from surface miners, low cost for multi-seam mining, including hard coal and overburden, possibility to link the machine directly to continuous conveyor transport system, higher recovery rate of the coal. So pre-crossing of the coal and elimination of primary crossing plants, high selective mining capabilities to eliminate interbands to improve coal quality. Surface miners allow future mining due to higher productivity, less hazard, eco-friendliness, better quality of product, better exploitation of mining property, and also considering the poor quality of coal from future coal seams to have an economic solution for producing low-as coal as per the government regulation for power plants. Less than 34% as per transporting distance more than 1,000 kilometers. But there are some constraints are there in the surface miners. Steeper gradients more than 1 in 4 is not mined by surface miners. Danger of machines lie along the highway. Coal seams containing minute dart band less than 5 centimeters. Dimension of the coal being rock, it is breaking the rock breaker. Okay. So rock breaker technology can be applied for breaking of the rock coal or even after 500 kilogram per square centimeter. It can be used wherever it is not possible to go for blasting near vicinity of structures and habitations. Advantages of rock breaker: locked up reserves can be mined easily, reduction in manpower, some deepening an easy affair, digging of foundation pits or joining the kill valuable structure, more environmental friendly working, and maintaining better social relationship with the villagers. Effective working hours compared to conventional working methods. These are the advantages of your uh, rock breaker. And limitations of rock breaker: floor level will not be uniform as compared to the surface miner. It is not suitable for mining huge reserves. Small reserve can be rock breakers. Have to be dependent on a single machine. This is the cost particulars of the rock breaker. Total capital investment 330 cost of consumables 1.2 lakhs. Cost per ton of limestone, cooling cost, operating cost, cost of conveyor system for miner. So this is all about the modern technology, continuous mining technology used in surface mines. In surface mines, uh, these are the new technology used, like your dragline mining, like your pocket tool excavators, surface miners, and the rock breakers, which are used for continuous mining operation. Sometimes drilling and blasting is avoided. And uh, another method also we have discussed today, that is in-pit crossing and conveying system. So these technology are the modern technologies used in surface mines. So This is all about today's class. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Have a nice time. Happy New Year to you in advance.
Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy New
sir.
Year to you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Have a nice time. Enjoy your night and the New Year. Thank you.